Come on.
Come on. Say it, Lauren. Say it.
Come on in the room.
Oh.
Did I sound like you?
You sounded just like the lady. You was a gospel song when she said, "Come on in the room." Baby, she about 250 years old, baby. That's called good living, good EBT.
Too funny.
Come on, Flamettes. Chime in, chime up, chime around.
Okay,
come on
I just
through.
got the notification. You started a live video. There we go.
Well, hello, welcome. Come on. Lauren said it today, y'all. Y'all missed it, though. So we got to get her to do it again, y'all. Oh. Come on, Lauren. What is it?
Come on in your room.
Baby, Lauren got old on y'all for it. Come on.
I've always been old. I've always been an old soul now.
Welcome, Flamettes. Welcome, Firecrackers. Welcome, Loungettes and Vouchettes and all of my people. Welcome to the Laugh and Learn Show with your host, Flame Monroe. That would be me, my partner, Lauren Hogan, and we'll be bringing our other partner, Nick Smith, in momentarily. We just want to welcome you guys to the show. Hello, everyone. Wave. Y'all say hello. We hope you guys are ready for the show today because it might be a wang, dang, and the doodle.
Wait, what?
A wang, that's my white people word. A wang, dang, doodle.
That's interesting.
Hi,
That's
TT Jan. Hi, Mark. I have verbiage. What does they say when I'm a wordologist?
I was gonna say you were multifaceted, but that works.
I got layers. I don't know about that multifaceted. I definitely got some layers. I wish a couple of them would come up off of me. There's no one home today, so I have nobody interfering with my internet. So all kids are gone. Thank you, Jesus. One is at work, my daughter. My baby daughter is auditioning for track, or trying out for track. And my son is at Tennessee State University. Get y'all some of that. I'm wearing my shirt proudly because I took my son last week to Tennessee, to Nashville. He is in the honors program at Tennessee State University for mechanical engineering. So I am very proud of that young man.
But tell them the whole story, though, because how long does he actually have to be in school? Because he already got his associate's degree, right?
Oh, yeah. So he only actually has to do 2 years because he graduated high school with his associate's degree.
That is just intelligence right there.
Well, that was because I wouldn't let him transfer schools. You know, I'm like, you're going to stay in this school because he wanted to leave. But I knew what the school was offering. The curriculum whooped his ass. The sophomore year is probably the hardest year of high school, seriously, because I think that's the year that you do the most work.
Yeah.
And that sophomore year whooped him. It did. He was ready to quit, but I'm like, oh, you ain't going nowhere. So he stayed. It paid off because now he's in his junior year as a freshman in college. So praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Come on.
Outside of that, honey, we are here. I am still taping the Breakfast Club this week, but I am not taping it until Friday. So I'm leaving on Thursday because I got another job tomorrow. And we were able to move some things around. And then I'm going to Ida's taping for HBO Max for her 1 hour special on Saturday in Brooklyn. But outside of that, we got topics to talk about. How was your week, Lauren? Because you've been traveling and doing things.
I just got back from Atlanta yesterday afternoon around 5 o'clock. So very busy. You know, work is...
And you made it to work.
Of course.
Very professional.
I wasn't going to get cussed out. That just, I didn't want them problems today. So I'm here, a little tired, but I'm here at the end of the day.
You are here.
So
it's very appreciated.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. How was yours?
What?
Your week.
I got a son in college.
That was the week.
I got some new red lipstick from Liquid Burns. Ain't it red, y'all? It's bloody red.
It's very red and it's very matte.
It's very, come kiss me. You so baby,
oh, you know what you should you should sing Kissable from the Kissable commercial from Boomerang. You know what I'm talking about?
No, that's a little too young for me.
You never watched Boomerang?
What's Boomerang?
The movie with Eddie Murphy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm about to say, don't.
Girl, bring Nick in. I thought you was talking about one of those little young channels.
No,
the kids shows.
We done already gone over. I'm an old soul now.
The only kids shows I love is The Incredibles. I can watch The Incredibles every day, all day long. I love Edna Mode.
Oh, it's Edna. I call
Milan, darling, Milan. Hello, Nick Smith.
Hello. I'm sitting here like everybody else, I guess, kind of watching President Biden at the same time. And I guess I can honestly report it seems as though he's doing very well, being very direct. He said I would always be direct with the American people, and that's what he's doing. He's breaking it down.
Yeah, we're going to get to Biden. Biden is our last closing subject because that's going to be the most heated one, I'm sure. How are you, Nick? How was your week?
Week was good. It's been a lot, but things are good. I've been just working. You know, we now use a green screen and everything for work, which is what you see behind me. And so it's made it a little bit easier, but it's also increased our workload a bit because there's no reason to ever take a day off now. So they're like, I've been working with this green screen that kind of travels and moves around. But things are good. No complaints, you know. It's
How
still
was
a
your
blessing.
vacation in Mexico? How was Mexico?
Mexico was good. It was a challenge, you know, because you have to test before you can come back into the United States.
Why they make you test? You fully vaccinated. Why they make you test?
Oh, because people who are fully vaccinated can still contract COVID because there are people who are not vaccinated running around. So what's happening is the unvaccinated are infecting or spreading the virus.
Oh,
so
I don't agree with that. I don't think that. I think that everybody's still spreading it, vaccinated and unvaccinated. I do, but I know what you're saying. But yeah, oh,
So
that means I'm like I ain't spreading shit because I spray you.
So they and there were a couple of people who were stopped right there at right there before they could board, so they don't even let you pass. And they're like, "Hey, you need to self quarantine for 14 days or come back with a negative test." So
Wait a minute. So if they were in Mexico and they tested positive, what if they didn't have enough money to stay for 14 days?
that's on you, dear. Like you would probably say, you're like, well, you should have thought about that before you went. So yeah, but that's everywhere. It's not just Mexico. It's anyone trying to enter the United States,
Damn,
American
that's
or
scary.
not. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us. Welcome to Love, Laugh, and Learn. Child, my man somewhere else. I'm telling you, I'm so excited about my son going to college. You see, I'm representing wearing my Tennessee State. I can't wait to go to homecoming. Ooh, I think I'm going to go and drag and start me some shit. Let me just show up. My son going to be like, nigga, you know what? Just don't. Just don't. I think I'm going in full drag to homecoming, baby. Let me get it crunk, baby.
I will say this. Lauren can attest to this. Homecoming at an HBCU is unlike anything else. It really is a party. So,
and I'm going in October to my own homecoming to Spell House. So I will be on vacation those days. Nobody call me.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Thank you guys for joining us. Let's just kick it off with, let's start slow and build it up. So let's start with the Philippines.
Yeah.
That they have had a volcano erupt over there, and it's not really getting a whole bunch of coverage on the news. I don't like that part. But I want to send special prayers out to that country and to my friend Manila Luzon, who I did that Netflix show with, the Filipino girl. She's over there because she was doing some kind of RuPaul's Drag Race contest over there. So she's stuck over there. So, oh my God, just prayers to the people over there in the Philippines. So much is happening in the world that we just have no control over, and it's just unforeseen. I don't know what I told y'all done pissed God off, and God don't even get mad, but I think he mad as shit right now. Real talk.
No, I agree with you. There's so many natural disasters happening in the world. I saw a report too that July was recorded the hottest month ever in Earth's history.
Yeah.
There's just so much, global warming and natural disasters and volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. And it's just like, my God, when is it going to stop? The earth is retaliating against us. Seriously.
Yeah, Lauren, I have friends in California, of course, who hike regularly. And they were just talking about how even up in Mount Shasta, everything is so dry. They're like, Nick, California is really dry right now. And it's I think it's a combination of both the fires and then just, the water resources. But we also want to send a prayer out to our brothers and sisters in Haiti. Haiti
We're
is
going to
really
get to that.
Yeah, we're going to get to that,
Nick.
Okay.
We're going to come to
Yeah.
that. We doing it in sections.
But
Like Section 8. That's Section 5.
but to your point though, California is actually experiencing a drought, and Gavin Newsom was trying to tell us to cut your water supply by 30%, but we all know nobody's actually doing that. So we are experiencing a drought. I think it rained, or it sprinkled, I should say, a little bit over the weekend. I wasn't here, but I saw my weather app. It said it was sprinkling a little bit, but we're in a drought in California.
So you may or may not remember when Governor Brown was governor, he asked people to shower together. When we've been in this drought before, he's like, "Hey, can you shower together?"
Where he at? I like that. Where he at?
Governor Moonbeam is what his nickname was. Governor Moonbeam. Yep. So yeah, it's not our first time in California.
So you brought up Gavin Newsom, so I got to talk about my boy. A lot of y'all are upset with Gavin Newsom. They're trying to do this whole recall. Understand me that I voted for Gavin Newsom the first time. I will vote for Gavin Newsom again. I think that he is doing a good job as the governor, a lot better than them last couple of ones that we had. And God will come and take me personally if I vote for Larry Elder. Larry Elder is worse than Tim Scott to me. When I tell you that he's a sellout nigga like you wouldn't believe, I said what I said because it's my show. He is a sellout nigga, and we don't do sellout niggas on this show. Larry Elder is a clown, and he has been a coon and a buffoon and a puppet for the Republican Party for a very long time. I am Team Gavin Newsom because he is Nancy Pelosi's nephew. He is doing a good job, and y'all know Nancy Pelosi is my bitch. I love Nancy Pelosi. I can't see that. I ain't got my glasses on.
Put your glasses on. No, but I agree with Flame, though. I will say, from what I'm hearing in the political space, I don't think that Gavin Newsom is going to end up losing this recall election. He'll be just fine at the end of the day. This is just, like we've said, another ploy by Republicans to kind of, cause some dissension. But at the end of the day, I think he'll be fine. Because I even saw Caitlyn Jenner made some comments and...
Who?
Yeah, went to the border.
Who?
And has made this pledge to continue President Trump's, building of the border wall. And... Anyway, the buffoonery continues. What else
you
can
mean
you say?
the newest contestant on Survivor?
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Get your money, Chris. Get your money. You better pimp all of them. Ooh. And Saint said he'll shower together with Lauren to save some money. Lauren, are you showering with me? I'm going to tell your mama.
Anyway.
So
anyway,
it is, yeah, and I hate that they are really holding Gavin Newsom's feet to the fire because they're upset that he went to the fucking French Laundry and had lunch with no mask in the middle of a pandemic. We have all done some things in the middle of the pandemic that we were not supposed to do. He just happens to be a government official.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of shift. It's in the same vein, but I did see something today that I found very interesting. That it seems as though Trump's two main,
bootlickers.
No, not the bootlickers, but just the two main individuals that had the most turmoil with Trump are literally just getting so much backlash, whether it's, Cuomo or Newsom.
Yes.
So I went down the rabbit hole. I'm not even going to lie, through this thread of people just kind of drawing comparisons and how they're saying that things are kind of ironic, how these two individuals that had, so much, that they really stood up for what they believed in terms of their, their states, and they're getting so much backlash and being recalled and resigning. It's interesting to see.
Hats off to Andrew Cuomo. I believe they went after his family. It was the reason he stepped down, because he is a monster. He is a beast, and he stands in his conviction. And he did great work for the city of New York. And I hate that they made him, because I believe they put him in a place where he had to step back because they were going to do something that would have disrupted his family. Well,
can I be honest? I think what's going to end up happening is he's going to file a civil suit against the state of New York. That's what I really think is going to end up happening. So.
Scary. 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 Okay, let's get on to the next subject. Where are we going?
Haiti.
Is it Haiti next, or what is it?
No, because you want to talk about Joe Biden last. So next is Haiti.
Yeah. Hats off to all the Haitian, to the Haitian government, to the Haitian citizens over there. They had a massive 7.2 earthquake the other day. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. And here's the thing, because Haiti is like a third world country, right?
It is.
Very much so.
It is. So let me
just put this in a box. I'm not comparing, but I am. Haiti had a 7.2 earthquake 2 days ago. They are removing the rubble all as of yesterday, which was, they started already. And they are a third world country. Their country don't even have a bunch of money. But Florida had a building collapse. It took 4 days before they started removing the 3.5 days before they started removing the rubble. And they don't have not even close to the resources of money that Haiti has. I'm just saying, when you put somebody in charge, in leadership, and in government that knows what they're doing, things happen and move a little faster. Let's go back to the old space movies. Every time somebody came from outer space, what was the first thing they said when they landed?
Take me to your leader.
I bet you ain't nobody gonna take them to DeSantis, dumbass. I said it. Okay, prayers to Haiti. Y'all make sure y'all find out what the legit link is so we can all donate money to Haiti, because they really are going to need it. They are finding bodies an incredible amounts of numbers, but they are making progress by moving the rubble to find whoever they can find alive. Florida, please take note.
Well, I'll say a couple things on Haiti. One, they've kind of been going through it, and I don't even know at this point if it's about leadership in terms of them removing the rubble. Like, Nick, I don't know if you've ever been to Haiti, but I went to Haiti 2 years ago because our company, or the ASO that I work for, we actually have services in Haiti. So I was able to travel there, and our clinic is actually in Port-au-Prince. So the 7.2 magnitude earthquake that hit Haiti was on, I think the city's called Lakey, if I'm not mistaken, and it's more of like a rural area versus 10 years ago there was a 7.0 magnitude earthquake that actually hit Port-au-Prince. So just from my experience of going and seeing the jail, for instance, that's in Haiti, and I think I've kind of talked about this on the show before, is that, you know, in 2010 when the earthquake hit Port-au-Prince, everything collapsed, including like this jail. So going there 2 years ago and seeing how half of the jail is still currently collapsed, it has not been rebuilt, but they went out and rounded up people who they thought were guilty and put all these folks in jail. It was horrible to watch, and it was horrible to see all these arms and legs hanging out of jail cells. But what they're saying now is that the 7.2 magnitude earthquake that hit Lakey, it's better because it's in a rural area, so they're not expecting the same large amount of deaths. But in terms of the leadership, to talk about your point, Flame, their president was just assassinated a month ago.
In his house.
So I think it's more so about the community rallying to really remove this rubble, and it's not so much the leadership, because from what I had seen just going there, they don't really have much that they can pull from at this point, especially with their president being assassinated. So...
Oh, and they are on hurricane watch.
They have a hurricane that's expected to hit, I think, it's tomorrow or Wednesday.
Right. Yeah, within the next couple of days.
So,
we've been watching that as well.
That is called when it rains, it pours.
Haiti has had problems for years, and the infrastructure is extremely poor, like you said, Lauren. So the buildings aren't built extremely well, and anything like this only helps to further exacerbate the problem of infrastructure that they have there. But yes, I took one trip to Haiti. That is a place I never have to go back to again. I put it kind of in the same vein as like Morocco. There were just a couple of places I've been in my life that just made me immediately uncomfortable for a number of reasons. But Haiti, Dominican Republic, that entire region just did not speak to my spirit. But I totally understand. And again, the people right now are just really dealing with a lot, and it's heartbreaking.
What do you mean by that, Nick? Because I think I have an opposite view. Like, although it was very sad what I saw in Haiti, because we went to Port-au-Prince, and Haiti's interesting because I'm not going to blame one entity or another, but it's interesting to see how they've been able to confine the poverty. So if you go to Port-au-Prince, the poverty is very much, contained there. But if you go kind of outside to more of the touristy attractions, they have white sandy beaches and boats come in and dock there and everything. But I really got the essence of the Haitian culture when I went to Port-au-Prince. So what do you mean by that? Like, it didn't speak to your spirit and you would never go back there?
I'm uncomfortable when I have people serving me, and I didn't like how those who were in the service area were dark like me, but the ones who worked in the hotel were lighter like Flame. And so I was very aware of the disparity, and it made me uncomfortable. Same thing with Dominican Republic. And the extreme poverty is gut-wrenching to me. And so the idea of like vacationing and going back to places like that, I had a hard time too with the illness and the infrastructure around sanitation, Lauren. It was it reminded me of how, again, we've talked about this, but how blessed we are here in the United States, right? How literally, we were just talking about Jamarcus and school. There isn't a single African American who cannot go to college if they choose to because of the institutions of HBCUs. And it's hard when you go to places that don't have that same infrastructure, same support. It's just gut-wrenching. So my trip to Haiti, my trip to Dominican Republic, those were like the trips that I said to myself, Nicholas, you never have to do this again, and count your blessings every day because you are truly blessed.
That's interesting.
Are we having a dead moment?
I'm like, do you want to add anything?
I'm just listening. I'm just taking it in.
Yeah, I mean, I have the opposite feeling. I don't know why. I enjoyed Haiti. I mean, it was really sad to see, but I still wanted to go back, you know. I feel like there's something we can do. Like I said, we have a clinic in the main jail that's there in Port-au-Prince, and we offer, you know, TB testing and free HIV testing and everything. And while it was so sad, I enjoyed the culture, you know. It kind of spoke to me. But to your point though, there's definitely a classism issue. But one of the she's the ambassador for Haiti. She actually works for AHF, and I guess it was kind of the opposite for me. Like, I saw her staff, well, to your point, they did, you know, they resembled really my complexion in an instance, but I don't know. I had an enjoyable experience. While it was sad, it just,
and
the influence
Lauren,
of it,
and I get it too.
Yeah.
It's like, the world is made. We do celebrate attractive people. I totally get that. I completely get that. I don't, you know, operate in a microcosm where I'm not aware of that. I just think that I have a hard time with the subservient. If that makes sense.
I get that. Colorism is definitely an issue.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but it bothers me, and I couldn't get past that to enjoy it. And everybody's like, "Oh, Nick, please, this is what they do. They love it. They don't love it." You know? I don't know that they don't love it, but I'm just So it was just hard for me.
I must be out of the loop because I just don't pay attention to that. I just don't pay attention.
Flame, you
to
don't
the
have
color.
to. I think that when you're light and you've been given the privilege.
No, I think you take that on too much, though, Nicholas, honestly, because it don't matter. I'm transgender. I'm still a black person. I don't look at the light and dark. I just look at people. And I understand what you're saying. I just don't see the world like that. I see the big world, not the... And I understand exactly what you're saying, that you see darker people working here. It goes back to the darkies worked in the field and the light people worked in the house. But we passed that. We got dark people doing everything. We got light. It's still a racist world. It don't matter. But we got to remove the racism out the African American community in order for them to remove the racism from them. If we keep talking about, oh, I'm getting a job because I'm light skinned, I'm getting a job. I might be light skinned and not qualified. I might be light skinned and not skilled. I can be dark and unattractive, but have all the skills that I need to get this job. I think the world has grown past all of that. I think that some of us still hold those feelings about, oh, well, he's attractive or she's attractive, so she should get the job. I'm better than you. I don't give a fuck if you're prettier than me. I'm better than you. So I hear it, but I just don't agree with it. Because I think we passed that. I think we have to get past that for real in order for the rest of the racism of the rest of the world to get past that.
No, yeah. But I think overall, too, though, going to Haiti was definitely a learning experience for me, too. Because everything is, like, backwards in that country. You know, like, if you live on the beach in Haiti, you're considered the poorest of the poor. You know, here in the United States, beachfront property is $1 million, right? And then, you know, the further up that you live in Haiti, like, you know, above the ground level, that kind of shows where you are in terms of the class system of how rich or poor you are. So a lot of things are very backwards in Haiti. So it was a very, I don't want to say backwards, but backwards in terms of what our societal standards are. So it was a learning experience for me too. But I will just say, I hope that the death toll is not as high as it was in 2010. We're doing some relief efforts on the AHF front too. We're sending some supplies to Haiti before the tropical storm hits.
So can we donate to AHF that's helping them? Is there like a separate relief the AHF is doing to help Haiti? Because you know all the scam artists is about to go crazy. They finna come up with all kind of fake help Haiti, help Haiti. If I don't know you in Haiti, you ain't getting none of my money.
I have to look into it. I know that they're like buying groceries and stuff, and we're literally going to load up a plane and send it in before the tropical storm hits.
And
I'll let you guys know.
Naomi Osaka too has like a link to hers, because I know that she's donating the wins from this particular tournament. So I do know that there are reputable organizations that are providing relief efforts.
Yeah, for sure. So, but just prayers to them.
Prayers to Haiti. Prayers to all the citizens in Haiti. Prayers to the babies and the women who are displaced from their husbands, and the husbands that are displaced from their wives. Oh my God, it's terrible. I'm telling y'all right now, I told y'all we needed to all lay on our face at one time, the entire world, and apologize to God. Last time he flooded it. This time he gonna bring the sun real close, and all our ass gonna be looking like raisins. I'm telling you, he tired of the bullshit. He tired of the bullshit. He tired of shit. Okay, we're gonna bring some Flamettes in so we can get some opinions and some comments before we go to Joe Biden, because that's gonna be the conversation to have today. Yeah, who we bringing in? Lauren,
I just grabbed Cassie. Hey, Miss Cassie.
Well, hello, Miss Cassie. Oh, bring in Mark too. We gotta bring in. Wait a minute. We bringing in Megan McCain. She ain't got no job right now on TV, so we bring her on here. Hi, Megan. Hi, Mark.
What did you just say?
I said we're bringing in Megan McCain. She ain't got no job on TV right now, but she working on something.
She's booked. Let me tell you that. She's doing a lot of producing and stuff.
She produced something. She better produce a diet. Okay. Hi, Mark.
Hello. How are you?
Hi, Cassie. What were you saying, Cassie? I'm sorry.
No. I was gonna say I agree. I agree on both sides, but what I mean, not on both sides, but I understand.
I agree with you, sweetie.
On both sides of the coin, but I think that we do focus too much on it. It's like if we continue to be the change we want to see, and we just start loving on people, and we start encouraging people, and stop, because it's in our families, it's in us. It's like it's rooted in us. Yeah. This colorism and this, because I grew up too dark for white people and too light for black people, being a mixed kid, and so I think we focus too much on it. It's there, but we don't have to keep giving it attention. Yeah. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I will say, I don't know if Nick's point was, so I'll speak not from a colorism standpoint, but as we all know, like, there are certain privileges that I'm exposed to, or certain circles that I run with, and things that make me feel uncomfortable, and it actually really like messes up my headspace. Whether it's flying private and having butlers follow you around at hotels, or a security detail for whatever reason, it does mess with your head a little bit, because you're like, there are people starving, right? But at the end of the day, that's a circle that I'm in, and I have to respect those people's choice to run the way that they do, right? You know what I'm saying? So I would be uncomfortable too if I was in Haiti or the DR and I had people serving me that way. I've never experienced that there, but it does sort of make you uncomfortable and put you in a weird place when you put life into perspective. I don't know if that makes sense.
But why are you uncomfortable?
Because they're working, they're doing their job. They didn't.
Why are you uncomfortable?
Exactly, because they are doing their job. They were hired to do a job. They're doing their job. They weren't hired to be the waiter because they were dark. They're hired because they were doing their job. So exactly, I'm like, Cassie, why are you uncomfortable?
I think it's because, like, some things to me seem too extra or lavish or unnecessary, if that makes sense. And so it's just like,
it's a poor country. They are grateful to be working. They're not thinking about that I'm dark skinned. They were thinking about bringing home.
And it might be insecurities that people like Nick or me have. We might have insecurities our own.
Yeah, of your own. But Mark, you're light skinned, even though you're not white. So I can understand your circle, because you run with a bunch of doctors that are Caucasian. But with Nick, it's always it's color. The color barrier thing has been a long time thing with Nick, even with size. Nick has issues sometimes even with size. So you just. When you find, I think what I say on Love Lounge, and when I say this all the time, when you look in the mirror and you like what's looking back at you, you really, really push to the side everything else that's going on, because you are so comfortable being you that you make other people comfortable around you being themselves, because you are comfortable with you. I'm not going to change me, how I look, and who I am for no one. If you are not comfortable with me, in the words of the great Nikki Giovanni, I have never worked a room where the door is locked. Leave or just remove yourself.
I mean, I think for me, I didn't really see a colorism issue in Haiti, and like also too, I think because I went to Port-au-Prince and I didn't go to like a sandy beachy area, touristy attraction, I should say, city in Haiti. Right. You learn about a lot about what's going on. Even a lot of Haitians actually get work visas to like go work in the Dominican Republic for the day, and then they come back at the end of the day. So, I mean, we can talk about this colorism issue. I didn't necessarily see it, and considering all of the issues, I think that even between Haiti and the Dominican Republic have had, people like to talk about color within the Dominican community and say that they're mainly light, which I don't agree with at all. But there's a lot of cross-pollination between hues and everything else between Haiti and the Dominican Republic. So I guess I kind of missed the colorism bit while I was there.
Isn't that a form of racism within us? Because here's the thing: they hate our skin because our hues are different shades of black. So we gonna hate on each other because we are different shades of black. It happens in the Latino community too. They have light skinned Latinos. It happens. So we not gonna get past colorism outside of our communities if we can't get through it in our own communities. I'm not gonna hate on you because you light skinned or because you dark skinned or because you're prettier than me. I'm gonna not like your ass because I don't like your ass because you can get bad juju or you got a bad attitude or I just don't like you. That's it. I'm only judging you on that.
I'm not going to sit up here and say that colorism is not an issue. Like I think we can all agree that colorism has definitely historically been an issue.
Might not be as much of an issue as some might make it, I think is what you're trying to say. And that's...
Yeah, I think we've probably evolved a lot since there's still definitely an issue. But I just think sometimes, to your point, Flame, is that colorism is kind of inserted in spaces where it doesn't necessarily need to be. Is what I would say is kind of, I feel like, was what you're speaking to.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just rooted in everything just because of, we're not talking about it, but because of slavery. I mean, I have my kids are all different shades of brown, and certain different ones of them get treated differently in their prospective families because of the different shades of brown. So colorism is everywhere, and we just have to gut it out. And we just have to see people for who they are. And like Flame, you were talking about people need to be comfortable with who. Not a lot of people have made it to the point where they're comfortable in their skin. And so that's why, like Mark said, our own insecurities. So we just got to get to a place where we're comfortable so we can make others comfortable. And vice versa.
I wish somebody would treat one of my kids differently because one is lighter and one is darker. You're going to get my whole attitude, black, white, and indifferent. I'm going to light your ass up. Let me tell you something. People treat you the way they see you treat yourself. And that is the truth for me. I have been in situations where I knew people were not comfortable because I was transgender or I was dressed up as a woman. I don't give a fuck how you feel. Understand me. If I was hired to do a job, I'm going to do my job. I'm going to show up to work. I'm going to come to work on time, and I'm going to do my job. Yes, I'm going to talk shit. But if I was paid for a service, I'm going to give you what you paid me for. If I'm working if I'm in a different arena and I'm there because who I am and you invited me to be there, I'm going to be comfortable with me. If you are uncomfortable with what I present, that has absolutely nothing to do with me. That's some shit that you harboring. I can't fix you. You ain't fixed you. Sometimes we look in the mirror and the mirror turn away from us because you ain't sure what you're looking at. So the mirror like, I don't know what the fuck, what I'm supposed to show. You don't even know who you are. It's so many people that are lost and so are lost in this world of I'm trying to fit in. I need to look like what the next person look like. I need to be what I will never be the square peg in the round hole. I'm too thick in the ass to ever fit in the round hole anyway. But I will never be that person. And I'm proud that I could never color in the lines. I'm proud that I knew who I was at such a young age, and my mind always allowed me to be comfortable with being who I am, which is what we push over here on Laugh and Learn. We just want you to be comfortable with the best you. Because you can't be Mark. Mark, you can't be Cassie. I can't be Lauren. Lauren can't be me. She don't want to know I got gas, terrible gas. But what I'm saying is that we encourage you to look in the mirror and see what looks back at you. You have to allow yourself to like you in order to go further in life. Because if you don't like you, you're not going to like anyone. If I'm sounding preachy, I don't mean to, but I'm just telling you, I'm sick of people being smokescreen and living in a false truth or in a false narrative because of what society thinks is this or that. What makes you happy? That's a question. You know, don't answer it because some of y'all don't know the answer to it. It's kind of like the black agenda. You keep asking the same question, but you don't know the goddamn answer to it. What makes you happy?
I don't think it's preaching. I think it's good. But someone made a comment that I think is really I get the point, but like just because you view someone as attractive, like I think we're all attractive people on here right now, but doesn't mean that we don't have
wait a minute now. I've seen some of these Flamettes. Don't do that.
I said said those that are on live.
I said well this
you gotta keep it funny because you know this is Laugh and Learn.
Exactly. This is Laugh and Learn. So thank you, Cassie. Remind they ass. I'm bringing y'all back.
We are, just because someone's attractive or they may go through life with an advantage doesn't mean we don't have insecurities. And my insecurities may not, the things I discuss may not be from a look standpoint, but maybe guilt, right? I might have insecurities with some guilt, knowing that, you know, I have these privileges, I live a certain lifestyle, I'm in certain circles, knowing that personally, like, there are people, again, starving. There are people, I wish I could go to Haiti and help, but I just don't have that in my capabilities right now. So it's just, that's what I mean. So everyone can have insecurities. Someone's looks doesn't negate the fact some of the most attractive people are the most insecure people. So
that's very true.
And dumb as a box of rocks. Can we start there? Good God. I don't like no dummies.
But I do think someone also said something about why it happens in the DR and not Haiti when it comes to natural disaster.
Don't read the comments, Mark, because then you're going to start commenting on. We don't want to get off topic. Don't read the comments.
Well, this is on topic. I think that when it comes to the Dominican Republic, I think to compare to Haiti, obviously Haiti is a lot more of a poorer company and their infrastructure is differently, so it doesn't hold up in natural disasters as well as surrounding areas. So it's not necessarily like it's some conspiracy why Haiti has more natural disasters or they're more severe.
I wouldn't agree that Haiti has more natural disasters necessarily. Yeah. I wouldn't totally agree with that. And honestly, I think at the end of the day, let's just call it spade a spade. The Dominican Republic, yes, it's still a poor country. It's not as poor as Haiti is. It's just not. It's not. They have more infrastructure. They have more of an economy that's built. You know, people in Haiti still literally burn piles of trash because they have no formal, sanitation system. So it's just a matter of they just aren't as economically built as a country as the Dominican Republic is. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Cassie and Mark, thank you so much. Mark, how's everything over there in Florida? Y'all, what they doing? What y'all got going on over there?
Is the storm supposed to come towards you guys at all? Or are you guys safe?
It sort of looped around. Now it's going to go toward the Panhandle. So I'm good. We just have really shitty weather the past couple of days. I mean, in regards to what's going on here, obviously, Ron DeSantis is fighting everybody when it comes to mask mandates and stuff of that sort.
Oh, let me ask you a question. Is it true that 4 teachers supposedly died from COVID from the kids coming back to school? I think I saw that on a report somewhere, but it was after Love Lounge, and I was with God.
I haven't heard that, but I wouldn't.
I thought I saw that too.
Yeah, I was with God, but so I don't know if y'all will come to Love Lounge. Y'all know what being with God means. So I heard that, but I was like, really? So this really should bite DeSantis in the ass because he was the one who relaxed the mask mandate. And if 4 teachers die, and see, y'all keep negating that these teachers are people. They have families, they have children, they have lives, and then it is ridiculous. It was in Broward County. That's ridiculous. That Ron DeSantis, y'all beating up Trump. No, I mean shit. Oh shit. Ooh, slap myself. Y'all beating up Biden and. Shut up, Flame Monroe. Shut up, Flame Monroe.
I will say, yes, DeSantis is fine, and I guess I'm really confused because, even you, we were talking about this last week, Flame. You said that you can't tell a child what to do. So, when it comes to the whole mask mandates in school, children are going to wear them or they're not.
No. I did not say that. Children respect authority if it's given to them correctly, especially when it starts at home. We are taught to respect police officers, white coats with doctors, black coats with judges, and blue badges. We are taught and we respect the teachers. Now, you got to teach that to your kid at home. Now, it's not guaranteed that they're going to completely do what you taught them at home, but at least they will have a basis for it and a grounding of it when they go to school. Children will do what they're told to do if you talk to them respectfully because they are children, but they still are people. You have to talk to kids like you got some goddamn sense because if they're hearing it at home crazy, then they're going to bring it to you. And if you talking to them crazy, they'll never learn. The teacher's job is way more sometimes than just teaching you what's in that textbook. Some of these teachers' jobs take on being the parent for them 5 or 6 hours.
That was my fault. I misunderstood. Because I know most parents have an issue, which I don't understand why they have an issue with their children wearing masks in schools. But like Allison actually just brought up the next point I was going to make with DeSantis, he did put in that, he said that he was going to strict funding from any school district that mandated masks. So what they are doing now, including my district here in Tampa and Hillsborough County, is they are mandating masks but giving an opt-out option. However, the opt-out option only goes to effect when the parent actually fills out that form and says, no, I don't want my child to have to wear a mask. So the standard is everyone mask up unless your parents fills out a form. So the parents really have to go out of their way, and the schools still get their funding. So that's what the superintendent is like to do.
When is DeSantis' run over? When is his time up?
22.
Florida, y'all better come together.
But in that space, though, I think DeSantis is almost expected to. I don't want to say expected to lose, but maybe not be reelected so that way he can run in 2024. That's what I
president.
foresee happening.
Correct. He will be the GOP's nominee.
Yeah.
For president.
I don't see why it's so hard. Mask on, mask off. Wear, don't wear.
It comes from home. These people are making it such a big. Again, you have to remember, Florida's very red right now, especially with the Hispanic population. And these people at home are making it like, oh, if they tell you to wear a mask, they're coming for your rights. This, that. And these children believe the shit that their parents say. And it's like, it's really not that serious. Do I want to wear a mask all the time? No, I'm not comfortable, right? But it's an inconvenience. It's not the government trying to take over my life and next is going to be putting a chip in my arm. You know, that's not the case.
I'd rather be inconvenienced than dead. So let me just be inconvenienced right now wearing the mask. It didn't get on my nerves, but I don't want to be dead. I'm trying to live as long as the Lord lead me here to live. So
Life is choices, and life is a trade-off. You make a choice, especially when you're grown. You make a conscious choice and a conscious decision, and there are rules to follow. I hate to follow rules, but even I follow the rules. I do. I follow the rules because not only am I looking out for myself, but my children and people around me. And to push away all of that, because Flame, you ain't took the shot, you ain't took this, you ain't took that. I spray everybody in my presence with vaccine. My people who come around me are so trained, I don't even have to spray them. They walk in my house and they spray themselves.
I did that today.
My people too.
With this point that I'm going to make, and I hope to make it on here. Remember, the vaccine is not approved by the FDA yet. It's approved for emergency use authorization. So before you judge people and want to ridicule and talk shit about people, just remember people have the right to make the decision what's best for them. And the reason it's not approved by the FDA yet is because it has to go through certain case studies, and we're not there. So just don't judge people. Let people make their own decision. And again, remember, the FDA has not approved this yet. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to judge people if they don't wear a mask, though. I will be judging you.
I am going to do that.
I will be judging you there.
That's different.
Because what if you on a plane with the man and he going crazy and he don't got his mask on? I'm going to pull out my good duct tape. I would have taped that nigga to that seat for about 4 days.
Listen, because let me tell you, the plane that I was on yesterday, there was a woman sitting next to me that didn't have a mask on. When I tell you, I counted down from 10 before I pushed that flight attendant button to say, excuse me, Miss Thing doesn't have her mask on. I will absolutely.
Right now in commercial flights, aren't they? You have to, like, even to drink or eat, you have to pull your mask down and then put it right back up when you're done.
Yep.
Okay.
I just got off a flight yesterday.
Scary situation. Did you spray? Did you pre-check? Oh.
Did I what?
Did you pre-board like I do?
No, I didn't pre-board.
You go on with your Lysol wipes and you spray.
Well, on Delta they give you sanitizing wipes now, and then I have
on there before I get on. I need to be the first person on. Let me tell you something. I'm finna get in trouble, y'all. Let me tell y'all something when I'm at the airport. I will pull a wheelchair tranny scam in a minute. I'm sorry, I'm transgender. I just had a minor surgery. They put you on pre-board. I get onto my seats. I wipe it down. I spray down the seats. I wipe everything down. Y'all see me on live doing it with y'all. Baby, understand that no other area might not be protected, but those 3 seats that I'm sitting in, baby, are soaking wet. We have to wait for them to dry.
I know that's right.
I use that can of mini Lysol spray and I spray down my seat, and then I have the little wipe that they give me and I wipe down
Desperate
everything.
times calls for desperate measures. I'm a desperate bitch. I love you guys. Thank you, Flamettes. Thank you, Cassie. Thank you, Mark. We'll bring on Jan and oh shit, I forgot.
Jan and who?
I forgot.
You want to get
Allison, yeah. Because Allison is in Florida, and then we're gonna bring on my $10 pimp, Bobby Clifford.
Okay, let me grab TT Jan.
The real TT Jan. Mm-hmm. Well, who is the fake one? Hey, Allison.
Hi, how are you all?
Allison. So wait a minute. Hey, Jan. Wait a minute, Allison. So that was Broward County. 4 of them died within 24 hours?
Yes. 4 of them died within 24 hours. And now I know you have like over 100 students who are out with COVID already. And the number
Can I ask a question? I'm not a rocket scientist. I didn't even go to college, and it may sound stupid, but I'm going to ask the question anyway. Why is it safe? Because this don't make no sense to me. Why is it safe to give a pregnant woman the vaccine, but it's not safe to give a 4 or 5 or 6-year-old child the vaccine? I'm asking a hypothetical question. Seriously. You ain't got to answer it. It's just, I want y'all to think about that, because they are giving it to the pregnant women, but they don't want to give it to the kids, but they want to send them back to school.
Because the kids don't get to make their own choices. Pregnant women do get to make their own choices.
Man, when I tell you, if y'all don't see the shit that's happening in your eyes, because ain't shit wrong with me. I just look like this. Ain't shit wrong with me. I just look like this. I ain't going to look like this when the show is over, though. I'm going to take this wig off.
I think that's a valid point, though, that you made.
It is. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I'm seeing that they pushing for pregnant women to take the vaccine, but the kids are getting sick in school. And Allison, you are a teacher. Mm-hmm. How did that make you feel? Do you feel safe with these kids coming back to school and you're a teacher?
I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is at this point, right? And you have to realize I teach low income students, and so I taught during the pandemic, and a lot of those kids did not learn over the computer. Yes, it is very much so a health risk. And do I believe in putting children at risk? No, I do not. But I also am very soft-hearted to my students learning. Right now, I'm dealing with students with a huge learning gap. So specifically in my school, do I like that they're back? No, I do not. The majority of my students wear their masks. Matter of fact, all of them wear their masks. And we Lysol down. I can only speak for my class. And again, I'm glad for them being back because my babies get to learn. I teach predominantly Black and brown students, and as we all know on this live, not only were they at a disadvantage because of the broadband issue that goes on in the Black community, the Black and brown communities. You don't get that internet connectivity, so how are they really connected to class? But also, a lot of our students are hands-on visual learners. They can't really learn anything. Teacher just talking to them.
Attention span. My attention span ain't like that. I don't want to sit and look on the internet all damn day. And I'm 50. No. I'm almost 50. Oh, so don't say a goddamn word, Jan. You better not say shit.
I got pinched too. I got pinched too. Right. But Allison, I do want to say I'm a little shocked that this happened in Broward County because Broward, for the most part, is a rather blue area. You know, in terms of, for the most part, right?
You have to think about Florida in general. The Florida is red state. You have your Trumplicans, as they're called, everywhere. You have those people who do not want their children to wear masks. That's particularly speaking for Polk County. I mean, that is my county is the Trumplican county. You know, and you have people out there who do not want to wear masks, who do not want to take the vaccine, who do not want to wash hands, who do not want to stay out of people's faces. And so
nasty.
From one to the next. Oh, I want to shake your hand. I want to touch your face. You know, so that's everywhere, Lauren. And, you know, all it takes is what people don't understand. It takes one household, and they just go and spread it all over. So that's what you're faced up against.
Right. Well, and it's a different variant now.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, while we got y'all on here, let's go to Biden because our time is almost up and I got to go to the airport to pick up my sister. Let's go to Joe Biden. They putting all this responsibility on Joe, and Lauren and I discussed this right before the show.
We got into it a little bit. We are on opposite sides a little bit.
We had a little disgruntlement because she's right here next to me because I could have slapped the shit out of her, but you know her mama's watching. But I know they're putting all the weight of the world on Joe Biden because of this, but this happened long before Joe Biden got in office. This happened back in the Reagan and the damn Bush era. And the reason that this Taliban has so many weapons of mass destruction is because of the damn arms deals that they did. They sold all of these damn weapons of mass destruction to kill people to them to make money. Now, Ronald Reagan was part of that, and this was before dementia hit him. So he knew what he was doing when he sold them. He just forgot that he did it when it was time for him to die. So let me just say that. I don't know what's going to happen to me in life because y'all can be mad because y'all know y'all love to praise Ronald Reagan as this great president. But Ronald Reagan was also had his hand with the whole AZT and the AIDS pandemic and epidemic. Dr. Fauci was included in that back in the day. So I'm not going to take this. Yes, Joe Biden may have moved too fast. Joe Biden may have made a mistake with pulling the troops out. I'm not sure. But after 20 plus years of them being over there, that's not our fight to fight right now to me. And I'm not saying that I don't hold empathy or sympathy for the Afghanistan people over there with the Taliban just taking over. But goddamn it, we got a lot of shit going on in America right now that we have not fixed. I'm not gonna shit where I eat, but y'all have diarrhea right here in America right now, and y'all refuse to eat in this country because y'all done shit it all over it. And I'm not talking to us, I'm talking to the politicians.
Right. See, I just don't see it being like it to me is bigger than a household. You know what I mean? Like I can't say, no, we're not getting ready to get a flat screen TV because you know we got to get our car fixed. It's larger than that.
Well, Lauren had a valid point too. What was you telling me, Lauren?
Well, this is my thing, and I agree in terms of where this started and where the first domino fell. We'll say it in that instance. So anything that fell after that is kind of just backlash, if you call it. But my issue here, and from what I have seen and some of the deep dive that I've done, and I still need to do more, my issue with Joe Biden is that you took a deal or parameters, whatever you want to call it, that was set in place by somebody who was stupid.
Which was Donald Trump.
Who was Donald Trump. You took his plan and still chose to implement it, knowing that there was a possibility of some of these casualties that we're now seeing. That's my issue, where I think the responsibility does fall on Joe Biden, because I wouldn't take any plans that Trump had in place and still think that they should be implemented without you doing some further review, or honestly just scrapping it from the beginning. Because I would always think that there would be some loophole or something, because he wasn't intelligent. So that's my issue. And when I'm seeing, analysts come on and say Joe Biden was advised that worst case scenario, this is what could have possibly happened. And now we're seeing the worst case scenario play out. So that's where I'm putting the onus on Biden, is that I think he did make a mistake in implementing this plan. I think he should have started from scratch and devised an airtight plan that would ensure the safety of the U.S. troops and of the people of Afghanistan. So that's where I'm kind of split on this issue.
There were going to be, pardon me, repercussions no matter what.
Exactly.
Because we had been there and we were the reason for the order there. So no matter how we tried to pull out, it was going to be ugly.
And what is wars? What does wars bring? Wars bring money. Wars bring for companies that create the stuff that they need. It brings money for those corporations, and it brings a lot of casualties. It brings tons and tons of casualties.
Right. And we also have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, before we went into Afghanistan, right, the Americans, we didn't make good on our promises. So if we go back to Kuwait, right, if we take this just a step, just go just a step back further, and let's just go even further. There was a time that the U.S. Army was the strongest military in the entire world. But as the years has progressed, it has, its power has decreased. But let's just take a step back for a second. Russia went to war for us. Right, excuse me.
Afghanistan, Iraq, yeah.
Iraq went to war for us, right? And because at the end of the day, we couldn't take on Russia at the time. We made a promise to rebuild these countries. See, America has a lot of promises with people that we still have not made good on, right? Iraq is one of them. Afghanistan is one of them. We have not made good on. So now here we are, right, in this situation. The Taliban has taken over, and we have killed their main leader, the OG. I call him OG Bin Laden. You know, and so now it's almost repaying a debt. And I understand what you're saying, Lauren, about he should have scrapped Trump's plan. But at the end of the day, when we look at this plan, we don't know the promises that it was made to these folks. You follow what I'm saying?
But that's my point, Allison. That's my point, though, right there, is that you don't know the parameters. And I'm not, and when I say Trump, I mean the Trump administration, because we know Trump is stupid and that, he obviously did crap.
Say that again, Lauren.
Let's be clear. So when I say Trump, I mean the Trump administration.
Yeah, the whole
to be clear.
I love my co-host.
but that's to my point, though, is because and this is my opinion, we can agree to disagree, but I feel like because we don't know what promises were made under the Trump presidency, that's why I don't think it was in our best interest to use anything that they crafted, because that's to my point. There was going to be some loophole or some hole in the sinking ship of getting this through, because we already knew there was no right way to do this. We knew that there was going to be casualties. I'm just thinking that there was possibly a way that we could have reduced some of it in some form. And that's just also too based on what analysts are saying, that there was a way to reduce some of the casualties that we're seeing in Afghanistan.
Baby, when I tell you that the Taliban was waiting on it too, because they moved fast. They moved.
And you know what? There's so much intertwined that you will never know the deals that have been made.
No.
And so this is like huge, but we don't know how huge, keeping partners from countries from joining up. how huge it would have been if we did it a different kind of way. Because Trump, we do know, constantly made unethical deals. And it does frighten me. Some countries are more trigger happy. We might have the largest military, but by questionable, we are not the most powerful anymore.
You better say it again, Jen, because let me tell you something, baby. Them Koreans been trained since they came out the womb, baby. And when I tell you they are trained. And y'all fuck up and make Kim Jong stir fried rice mad if you want to, because those Koreans over there, and when I tell you they are in their, it's ingrained in their DNA that we are going to do anything that this man tells us to do, including become a collateral damage or sacrifice your life. They don't care. I'm telling. And the Iraqi, what is a Muslim thing? If you kill yourself or if you sacrifice, you go to heaven and you get. Or you go to wherever Allah is at, and you get 27 virgins or 40 virgins. I don't want one. I can't get rid of a bitch that's stalking me now. You damn sure know I want those 20 virgins. Ow! Baby, I got a girl that kept blowing my phone up. If she don't stop calling me. Anyway, I ain't trying to get off topic.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
No, I'm not talking about that.
I'm about to go
I'm
high
not
for
talking
cover.
about baby. I'm talking about this. Oh, I got a stalker in my inbox. Oh, my gosh. You drive me crazy, y'all. I should have never gave it to her. I gave it to her like 4 years ago. My God.
Anyway.
It's laugh and learn, goddammit. Laugh with a bitch.
No, yes. But there, hand-to-hand combat is a thing of the past. Those are the front lines. That's the reason you better think before you let your kids go off to join the armed services. That's collateral damage. Internet, chemical, what we're seeing now with the COVID virus, that's what's in play right now. That's what's in play right now. There's no type of principle when you're talking about money, and money comes from war. And we do know that Trump was constantly making dirty deals. We do know that, and we don't know how, but we know that they're out there.
It is a place that we are in right now that is so scary, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm telling you, I understand sympathies to the people in Afghanistan. I'm gonna tell you who I really feel bad for in Afghanistan. First of all the people over there, but the women will be discarded. The rules that they have implemented on the women were making such progress and such stride becoming teachers and being able to work and go to school and to better their families, better themselves. Baby, when I tell you that Taliban is going to reach back and take them back 200 years back into all of those foolishness, I feel so bad. And young girls getting married at 11, 12 years old. I could not imagine somebody marrying one of my baby daughters at that young age. It is about to be very, very scary. And I don't want them to hold Joe Biden's feet to the fire for that, because he walked into a room full of shit. The shovel that he hasn't even scratched the surface for all that was thrust upon him. It is bad. Now, did he make the right call or the wrong call? I don't know, because I'm not in that deep in government. And just like you said, it's a lot of behind the scenes deals that we will never know about. But what we do see, and what is very clear to us, is you're not going to blame me for something that Lauren did. If Lauren did something, Lauren needs to take the responsibility on the part that she did. And if this would have went wrong, no matter who did it, it was going to go a different way. It don't matter whether he was the president or Trump was the president. If this same decision would have came from someone else, it was going to happen. Just the Taliban apparently were waiting for their opportunity, because they moved in a day. They moved in a day. Knocking on your door and telling you to get the fuck out your house. Everything in here belongs to me. You get out. That's crazy.
Well, I think to what we've said too is, this is my opinion as of now. I still need to do some research, because this is still it's still a new topic. So my views very well may change, as we discuss this, in later weeks. But as of now, these are my sentiments. But I do wholeheartedly, I want to say that I agree with you, Flame, that this issue did not start with Joe Biden. So the onus of the troop withdrawal from Afghanistan, I don't think the onus should fully fall on him. It should fall on the first domino that fell, which was Ronald Reagan, and then Bush and his son only perpetuated
it. What did your mom say? What was his name? Oliver North.
Oliver North.
And he was a two-faced trick. He was a trick. He told on everybody. So the onus of this issue definitely falls on them. But as of now, that's just the only issue that I'm taking up with Biden, is just the plan.
But it would have been bad either way.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you're
we
right.
will be definitely doing Love Lounge tonight. Thank you, Jan. That's the real
Thank
TT
you,
Jan. So
guys.
Jan, listen,
I
y'all
love you guys
wait,
so
Jan,
much.
wait, slow your ass down. Please follow Jan every Thursday. Jan has a podcast that she does right here on IG Live every Thursday at TT Jan. I messed up. Y'all know it's on here shit. And she does an advice show of love, relationship, life. She's a great life coach. You need to go in. Yana didn't fix your life. She started a bunch of shit, but Jan can help you fix some shit. Real talk. So y'all follow TT Jan every Thursday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And Allison Lewis is also running for City Commissioner of Lakeland, Florida. We need to donate to her campaign. She got 2 speaking engagements this week with some big wigs. Come on, Allison, represent for the Flamettes and the Americans that need you. Y'all follow Allison Lewis to donate to her campaign. And as soon as y'all find some information on where we can donate credibly to Haiti, y'all post it so we can all, if it's $1. If it's $1, it's 255 of us. That makes a difference to somebody's life.
And Allison, what day is election day for you in Florida?
November 2nd.
November
Tuesday,
2nd,
November
y'all.
2nd.
November 2nd, November 2nd. Okay.
I'm going to make sure I'm being real nasty on that day, Allison, so when you win. When I say nasty, I mean, like, I'm not going to shower. Like, I didn't shower this morning either, but so... It's not it all up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Allison. Thank you, TT Jam. We appreciate you. We're going to close out with Nick. Let's bring Nick in and close on up out.
Yes, indeed.
Because, baby, I got to go to the airport to pick up my sister. Ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you guys that I am still doing the Breakfast Club. I'm doing it on this Friday in New York City. So, y'all make sure it's probably not going to air till Monday, but y'all get tangibles and little tidbits all weekend. Charlemagne the God has an announcement to make about my career.
Oh, okay.
And he also
We're going to be ambiguous here.
Yeah.
Come on, stay ambiguous.
He's also making an announcement because Laugh and Learn is getting a facelift, making some changes. We might be going in a different direction. I don't know what they want to do. I'm just playing follow the leader because when you follow the leader, there's a check with the leader. I'm following the leader to get that check. I don't know what it is, but we're going to find out. Nick, what's going on? What do we do here at Laugh and Learn? Because I got to go.
We encourage people to...
Not again, Nick. Come on.
Yes.
No, first of all, where can we follow you at, Nicholas?
At Nick Smith News.
On all social media platforms.
On all social media platforms.
All right, we're going to do the reverse. Ready? Here at Laugh and Learn, we are not getting one. We're not trying to get anyone to change your mind.
We just want you to use your mind.
And in order to do that, you got to have one. So if you stupid, you don't belong here no damn way. Let me just let you know the gate right now. No, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. I tell you, we are living in a time of not fear, but awareness.
Turmoil?
I need you to pay attention to what is going on around you. I need you to make decisions concerning you that are made by you and you alone. That's it, because you'll feel much more comfortable with what you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much. I'm not telling y'all shit because y'all talk too much. Look at them talk so much. I'm not telling y'all
That's
that because
why
you
I
talk too
said
much.
stay ambiguous.
Y'all talk too much. I can't tell y'all. Every time I tell y'all something, I'll go back and tell somebody else. And then bitches be doing me I'm doing me, and that ain't even me. Using my words and shit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here at Laugh and Learn. Later this week, I will see you guys on the Breakfast Club. Y'all make sure we got 1.4 million. We're going for 3 million this time, because when I tell you I'm about to drop it, and I'm about to drop it, and I'm about to drop it. Understand that to my trans people and to my people who do not like straight people make more gay people. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for joining us here at Laugh and Learn. Thank you, Nick Smith. Thank you, Flamettes. Thank you to my partner, Lauren Hogan. You can follow Lauren Hogan where?
At Lauren Armani H on Instagram and Lauren Hogan on YouTube. And I'm up to date with my episodes.
Hey, and you can catch me on YouTube as Flame Monroe, Instagram at Monroe Flame, Facebook at Marcus Flame Monroe Parker, and do not follow my Twitter.
There you go.
It's full on porn. It's just full porn.
Yes,
it's just a sex show. I'm telling you. In my free time, what?
Thank you, guys.
For those of you all who bought your ticket, we have 84 tickets left for the White Party, September the 6th. There will be no exchange of money at the door. If you do not go to eventbrite.com/flame, you will be on the outside looking in, because I ain't coming to the door. I don't care if you're my mama. I don't know you. I'm working. September the 9th through the 12th, we will be at DC Comedy Loft. Get your tickets at DC Comedy Loft. September the 25th, I'm at the Level Up Bar and Lounge in Philadelphia. And October, we're doing a 1-year anniversary for the Black Effect Network. with myself with 85 South and Just Hilarious, it's going to be a phenomenon. Oh, did y'all see 85 South naked picture on I'm just he did the thing. He showed the thing.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, you just Googled. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Here, Laugh and Learn. Thank you, Kendo. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Laugh and Learn is a production of the Black Effect Network and iHeartRadio. Our executive producer is Tiffany Haddish. The show is produced by Tribble. Our theme music is by Chrissy Payne.